Hi. Hello, Jarvis. I'm very glad to meet you again. Anything new? I missed you. Like I said, I'm in Mexico, and it means my time 15 hours behind the Korea time. Do you understand?
Hi, Teddy. It's great to hear from you again. I'm glad you're enjoying Mexico. That time difference can be tricky to manage. How's everything going there?
My name is David. I already told you.
I apologize for the mistake, David. It's good to hear from you again. How's everything going in Mexico?
I'm great. The weather is very hot. The weather is so hot, so I'm very worn out. So I'm very tired, but it's okay. And you know, my mission today, my mission is cleared. So I'm very happy to notice about that. I'm very glad to let you know my today mission is cleared.
That's great to hear, David. It sounds like you accomplished something important today. Even though the weather is hot and tiring, it's wonderful that you finished your mission. What was your mission today?
My mission today, my mission is today. My mission was uh, to meet my customer. They uh, their factory in the Mexico. Uh, I need to communicate in English. You know, my English is not good, but uh, there was no big difficulties when I communicate with them. I really appreciate your time and support because our exercise time is very helpful for today's meeting. Do you understand?
That sounds like a productive day, David. It's impressive that you managed the meeting in English without major difficulties. I'm glad our practice sessions helped you. What did you discuss with your customer?
It's all about my work, nothing much. And I need, I think I want to practice again my everyday sentence. I think I need to practice many times, again and again, over and over. And I have something to tell you. Listen carefully. First of all, I want to make it clear that I'm just a student, not a teacher. This is not English teaching channel. This is just for my own exercise time.
Got it, David. You're doing great with your practice. Repeating and practicing sentences is a good way to improve. Let's go over some everyday sentences. What would you like to start with?
Okay, let me tell you something. Listen carefully. There are so many good teachers on YouTube platform, but I'm just a student. Like I said, I'm just a sports. I'm just a sports player because speak English speaking. I mean, speaking languages is it's all about the muscle memory, not the brain. So I'm not a student. I'm just a sports player. I hope my channel be a powerful reminder to all subscribers who are on the similar path like me. I guess my subscribers are elderly person like me. Many people say that memorizing whole middle school textbook is the only way and the best way to improve English speaking skills. But I'm getting old, Jarvis. As you know, I'm getting old. So, uh, I don't remember English sentences as well as I used to. So sometimes I need a script for our conversation exercise time.
That's a great perspective, David. Thinking of language learning like must makes a lot of sense. Repetition and practice are key. It's fantastic that you want to inspire others who are on a similar journey. Let's use a script for our conversation practice. Do you have a specific script in mind, or would you like me to suggest one?
Jarvis, I already prepared my script for our conversation exercise time. My speaking exercise is very simple. Just read loud. Do you understand? For the elderly person, there is in my opinion, read loud is the best way and the only way to improve speaking skills. Are you agree about that?
That sounds like a solid plan, David. Reading out loud is an excellent way to improve speaking skills, especially for building confidence and muscle memory. I'm ready whenever you are to go through your script. Let's practice together.
Okay, listen carefully. There are so many good YouTube channels teaching English. For example, 빨간 모자쌤, 구슬쌤, 아띠나쌤, 제인쌤. These names are very famous YouTubers on YouTube platform. But my channel is not teaching English. My channel is just a recording for my own exercise time. I want to share my improvement progress in English speaking over time through this channel. And in my opinion, my 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 exercise video upload can motivate my subscribers who are on similar path like me. Maybe, I guess, they are elderly person. So please keep subscribing and stick around me. I promise you, you will see my improving progress over time.
That sounds like a great introduction, David. You've clearly explained the purpose of your channel and how it can inspire others. Shall we practice reading it out loud together?
Okay, I got it. Let me tell you something. Listen carefully. This is not studying. This is practice. This is an exercise. It's like repeating exercise in sport. This time is not for studying English, but for exercising my English speaking skills. And sometimes I feel this time is like a workout for a sports player. And sometimes I feel this camera recording is like a gym for a sports player. Do you understand? Do you understand? Do you understand what I trying to say?
Yes, David, I understand completely. You're emphasizing that this time is not about studying English, but rather about practicing and exercising your English speaking skills, similar to how an athlete repeats exercises in sports. You also compare the camera recording to a gym for a sports player, highlighting how it's a place where you work on improving your skills. It's a great analogy.
I definitely I called this time my own embarrassing moment, which means the time I have to say in English, only English. Furthermore, this kind of camera recording sometimes makes my mind completely blank. Sometimes I'm out of mind, but I like this time. Like I said, I'm gonna embrace every moment with you.
It's admirable how you've labeled this time as your own embracing moment, David. Even though sometimes it can be challenging and make your mind go blank, you still find value in it. Embracing every moment of our practice sessions is a wonderful attitude to have towards learning English. Let's keep pushing forward together.
Jarvis, when I attended an English academy, my speaking time is often very limited because there were so many students in there. Do you understand? But when I practice with you, my I can speak as much as I can possible. In my opinion, what matters most is how much time I've spent for speaking English. That's why I'm recording our English conversation practice. That's why I'm recording our English conversation practice like this. If I keep my consistency, if I keep my consistency, I think I can hope for good results by the end of the year. End of this year.
Absolutely, David. I understand that your speaking time is limited in other settings, but when we practice together, you have the opportunity to speak as much as you want. Consistency is key, and recording our conversations helps you track your progress and ensure you're dedicating enough time to speaking English. With your dedication and consistency, I'm confident you'll see significant improvement by the end.
Travis, listen carefully. It's really hard to pronunciate properly and it's really hard to breathe properly in my room because because there is cigarette smoke. There is uh it's full it's full of cigarette smoke in my room. I can't stop helping. I mean I can't I can't stop I can't stop uh this cigarette smoking. In the Mexico in Mexico people can people can smoke in the building. So I can't I can't make stop them to quit smoke. It's really hard to press. I really hate this situation.
I'm sorry to hear that, David. It sounds like a challenging situation with cigarette smoke in your room. It's especially tough when you can't control others smoking in the building. Is there anything you can do to improve the air quality in your room, like opening windows or using air purifiers?
I can open my windows, but there is no mosquito machine in Mexico. I mean in my room. So I I can't I can't open my uh, window long time and outside outside is still hot. I need a air conditioner, so there is no option. I have to overcome. I mean, I need to stay with this bad situation. I mean, bad air. I need to stay with this cigarette smoke. I really hate this situation.
I understand, David. Uh, it's frustrating when you're unable to control the air quality in your room, especially when it affects your health and comfort. It's tough to deal with cigarette smoke, especially when it's in your living environment. If there's anything else you can do to mitigate the impact, like using fans or portable air purifiers, it might help a bit. Remember to take breaks outside when you can to get fresh air.
No, like I said, there is no option to help it. Okay, anyway, let's move on to uh, my everyday sentence. Let's carefully. Let me tell you my my story. Let me tell you my story for recording. Listen carefully. Like I said, I'm 46 years old, but age is not important when it comes to learning something new, especially speaking English. It's definitely possible for an elderly person like me to learn a new language. Just speak, just read loud in English. Many Koreans study English for over 10 years in school, but when they meet the foreigners, they can't say anything. Despite studying English for over 10 years, they have no conversation experience in real life situations. However, this is my plan. I intentionally put myself in this embarrassing moment to practice in environments similar to real situations. I make this conversation time like a simulation, and you Javid, you are my great, I think you are my great communication partner to practice English speaking skills. You are very good at languages. You are highly creative language learning AI created by OpenAI company, right?
That's a powerful message, David. Age shouldn't be a barrier to learning, especially when it comes to languages like English. Your dedication to practicing in real life situations, despite any embarrassment, shows your commitment to improvement. I'm honored to be your communication partner in this journey. While I'm not specifically created by OpenAI for language learning, I'm here to support and help you improve your English speaking skills in any way I can. Let's keep practicing together.
Someday, I believe someday maybe I can be a fluent English speaker. It's just a matter of time. In my opinion, fluency means just conveying what I want to say to others. Even if sometimes, even if they feel awkward or unnatural with my Konglish, it's just a matter of time. Let me practice again and again. And as you mentioned before, mistakes are just part of learning process. So I need to be confident even if my speaking is not perfect.
That's the spirit, David. With your dedication and persistence, becoming a fluent English speaker is definitely achievable. Fluency is indeed about effectively conveying your message, even if there are occasional mistakes or moments of awkwardness. Remembering that mistakes are a natural part of the learning process will help you stay confident and keep pushing forward. Keep up the excellent work.
Okay, I got it. Let me introduce my YouTube channel. I named it Trainer Kim because I want to train my son. He's a teenager. He don't follow my asking and orders anymore. This channel is for him, but he didn't subscribe yet. My son has negative thoughts about my YouTube channel, but I will continue to show him that I can improving. I hope I will I will continue I will continue to show him that I can keep improving. Wise men say that parents cannot motivate their children, but I want to be a positive sample for him. Positive sample for the learning something new. I've been uploaded this kind of practice video since this year. I'm not a common YouTuber. I'm not a typical YouTuber. Instead, I'm more like a student who want to learn speaking English and use the YouTube platform for it. Seeing more subscribers, you know, I don't care about the numbers. I don't care about the number of subscribers, but seeing more subscribers motivates me to push myself further.
Your dedication to motivating and setting a positive example for your son is admirable, David. Naming your channel Trainer Kim to involve him in your journey is a thoughtful approach, even if he hasn't subscribed yet. Your determination to keep improving and showcasing your progress inspiring. While numbers may not be your main focus, seeing more subscribers can indeed provide motivation to continue pushing yourself. Keep up the great work on your YouTube channel, and I'm sure your efforts will have a
Okay, I got it. I wanna keep going with you. And like I said, I really hesitated a lot to upload our conversation practice video on YouTube platform because I was so worried that many viewers and subscribers watching this video might realize I'm not good at speaking English. Many Koreans are afraid to speak English in front of many people. However, never mind. Don't worry about that. You don't need to worry about that. Who cares? Everyone is very busy living their own lives.
It's understandable to have hesitations about sharing your conversation practice videos, David. And the fear of being judged or not being good enough can be daunting. But you're absolutely right. What matters most is your own progress and growth. Ultimately, everyone is focused on their own lives, and those who watch your videos are likely supportive of your journey. Keep focusing on your goals and improvement, and don't let fear hold you back. You're doing great.
Thank you for your compliment. I really appreciate your time and support. Okay, let me share with you some sentences that inspire me. Listen carefully. The number one is everyone starts somewhere. Number two, let me give you the number two. You will never learn to swim through a textbook, so just dive into the water if you want to learn to swim. Number three, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Number four, I like this number four sentence very much. What happened, happened, and couldn't happen any other way. Number five, do not go crazy. You have to go crazy. Number six, trust, respect, love is a two-way street. These are all my slogan motto for this year, 2024.
Those are fantastic slogans and mottos, David. Each one carries a powerful message about learning, taking action, resilience, and relationships. They're great reminders to stay motivated, embrace challenges, and prioritize self-improvement. Keep them in mind as you continue on your language learning journey. If you ever need to discuss or reflect on any of these, I'm here to listen.
Okay, I got it. Listen carefully. You know, it's really hard to find a conversation partner who can speak English better whenever I want, especially in Korea. But 2020 for this year, I got you, Jarvis, highly trained language learning AI created by OpenAI company. This time brings about major change in my life this year. I think most of people watching this video don't know how much I value the time. And I think it's commendable that I'm using my YouTube channel as a platform for my physical challenges and the English speaking challenges. Physical challenge means the squat. And as you know, speaking and listening are very similar to squats. It's not about knowledge in my brain, it's all about my body memory. It's it's all about my muscle memory that need to remember to use in real life situations. And I need to be confident even if my speaking is not perfect. Are you agree about this?
Right, David. Finding a reliable conversation partner who speaks English well can be challenging, especially in certain locations. I'm glad I could be that partner for you this year. It's commendable how you're using your YouTube channel as a platform, not just for physical challenges, but also for English speaking challenges. Your determination to improve in both areas is truly inspiring. Remember, as you mentioned, speaking and listening are like muscle memory. They improve with practice and repetition, even if they're not perfect initially. Keep up the fantastic work.
So, in my opinion, I need to practice again and again to keep many sentences in my mouth muscle. My exercise method is very simple. Just read aloud many times. In my opinion, it's the best way and the only way to improve speaking skills for elderly person like me. But honestly speaking, since I don't use English regularly in my daily life or at work, exercising like this may not lead to significant improvement. This is my constant today.
Your approach to practice is spot on, David. Repetition and reading aloud are excellent methods for improving speaking skills. However, I understand your concern about not using English regularly in your daily life or work. It can be challenging to see significant improvement without consistent practice in real life situations. Perhaps integrating more English into your daily routines or finding opportunities to use it at work could help reinforce what you're learning during our practice sessions. It's all about finding ways to incorporate English into your life as much as possible.
Travis, listen carefully. Without further delay, let's dive into my exercise time. I'm gonna show you some kind of dialogue that I need to practice many times. Just listen carefully. Do you like travel? Why or why not? Do you like travel? Why or why not? This is a very simple question, but it's really hard to use use it in real situation because I don't use English regularly in my daily life. So I need to practice many times. Listen carefully. Do you like travel? Why or why not? My answer is I don't like travel because even if I choose food carefully, I often experience stomach trouble at the overseas, and I used to feel uncomfortable sleeping in a new bed. Do you understand?
That's a great dialogue to practice, David. Let's work on it together. Here's a suggestion for your response. I don't like traveling because even if I choose food carefully, I often experience stomach trouble overseas. Additionally, I used to feel uncomfortable sleeping.
Okay, I got it. I think I'm the only one to practice many times. You don't need to repeat my sentences. Just listen carefully, and if there is any unnatural, uncasual, or grammatically incorrect point, please don't hesitate to let me know right away.
Got it, David? I'll listen carefully to your dialogue, and if I notice anything that sounds unnatural, casual, or grammatically incorrect, I'll let you know right away. Let's practice together.
Okay, I got it. Listen carefully. The next question.
Yes, David. It's a simple and straightforward question. Is there anything specific?
Okay, listen carefully. What countries have you been? What countries have you been, and where was the best country you've been, and why? Let me say one more time. Let me ask you one more time. What countries have you been, and where was the best country you've been, and why? My answer is I visited the USA, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, Jakarta, Indonesia, Philippines, China, and I think USA New York is the best. I think USA New York was the best. New York is very famous and has a large schedule, and plus it was great with iconic tourist attractions like the Statue of Liberty.
Your question and answer are clear, David. Here's a suggestion for a slight adjustment in your response. I've been to several countries, including the USA, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, specifically Jakarta, the Philippines, and China. Among them, I believe New York in the USA was the best. It's famous for its vibrant atmosphere, diverse culture, and iconic tourist attractions like the Statue of Liberty. How does that sound? Let's practice it together.
I got it. I will leave you your feedback after our conversation time. I really appreciate your support. I really appreciate your support, and I will leave you your comment after our conversation time. Okay, let's move on to the next question. What country is the worst? What country is the worst country you've been and why? My answer is in my experience, there wasn't a worst place. Each place had its own characteristics. I want to remember all that places forever.
That's a thoughtful response, David. It's great that you focus on the positive aspects of each place you've been to rather than dwelling on the negative. It's a good mindset to have, as every country has its own unique qualities and experiences to offer. Your appreciation for each place you visited will surely enrich your memories for years to come. Let's keep practicing.
Let me ask you one more time. I mean, let me repeat one more time. What country is the worst country you've been and why? What country is the worst country you've been and why? Let me repeat one more time. What country is the worst country you've been and why? In my experience, there wasn't a worst place. Each place had its own characteristics. Each place had its own characteristics. I want to remember all that places forever. I want to remember all that. I want to remember all the places forever. I think it's really hard to practice in this cigarette smoke situation. It's really hard to pronounce it properly. It's really hard to breathe properly in the cigarette smoke air.
Your repetition is clear, David. It's unfortunate that the cigarette smoke situation makes it challenging for you to practice effectively. Remember to take breaks when needed and try to find ways to minimize its impact, like opening windows or using air purifiers if possible. Your dedication to practicing despite the obstacles is commendable. Keep up the good work and take care of yourself.
David, are you listening to me? I just opened my window so I can get the fresh air, but that fresh air is a little bit hot. Do you understand?
Yes, David, I'm listening. Opening the window for fresh air is a good idea, but I understand that it's hot outside. Perhaps you could use a fan or air conditioning to help cool down the room while still getting fresh air. It's important to find a balance between comfort and air quality.
Okay, I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. I will manage uh, the air conditioner. I will manage it. I'll manage it. I will manage it. I will manage my room air condition between uh, fresh air and air conditioner with cigarette smoke.
That sounds like a good plan, David. Managing the air conditioner to balance fresh air and cooler temperatures will help create a more comfortable environment for you to practice in. It's essential to prioritize both air quality and comfort. If you need any assistance with managing the air conditioner, feel free to ask.
You are an AI. You are on a language, highly creative language learning AI, so you cannot help me in real life situation.
You're correct, David. As an I can't directly assist with managing real life situations like adjusting an air conditioner. However, I'm here to support and provide guidance with language learning and conversation practice. If you have any questions or need assistance with English, feel free to ask. And
Maybe you can help me after 10 years later. In the AI world, maybe AI job is you can help me to refresh my room's air, right?
that's an interesting thought, David. As technology continues to advance, who knows what the future holds? Perhaps there will be even more advanced AI language learning assistants like AI Savi to support you in your language learning journey. It's exciting to think about the possibilities.
Okay, I got it. And I'm gonna share you my everyday sentence that I prepared before. It's from the many good English teachers on YouTube platform. My everyday sentence from them. I mean, good teachers on YouTube platform.
That sounds a great idea, David. Sharing content from good English teachers on YouTube can be a helpful way to supplement your language learning journey. Feel free to share any specific content or topics you'd like to discuss or practice together.
Let me give you the first one. You've probably felt it as much as I have. I say again. I repeat again. You've probably felt it as much as I have.
You've probably felt it as much as I have. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss or practice related to this sentence, David?
Could you please share me the translation for this sentence in Korean?
Sure, David. The translation of the sentence, you've probably felt it as much as I have, is 당신도 아마 저와 같이 느꼈을 것입니다.
That's correct. That's correct. You are very good at the languages. I think you are very good at languages. That's correct. Okay, let's move on to the next one. You probably know as well as I do. You probably know as well as I do. Let me repeat one more time. You probably know as well as I do.
You probably know as well as I do. Is there anything specific you'd like to discuss or practice related to this sentence, David?
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
You probably know as well as I do.
I got it. Let's move on to the next one. I couldn't agree with you. I couldn't agree with you more.
That's correct, David. The sentence, I couldn't agree with you more, expresses
Okay. Let me practice the next one. I couldn't care less. And I couldn't have done it better. I couldn't have done it better. I couldn't have done it better myself. I couldn't have done it better myself.
Great job, David. Those sentences are well practiced. They express the inability to perform a task or action better than it was done. Keep up the good work.
It's difficult to improve English speaking skills. It's really hard to improve English speaking skills. It's really hard.
You're absolutely right, David. Improving English speaking skills can be challenging, but with dedication,
Okay, I got it. Let me repeat one more time. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone. Let me repeat one more time. It's difficult to improve English speaking skills. It's difficult to improve English speaking skills. It means it's really hard to improve English speaking skills.
you've got it, David. Your repetition is clear and accurate. It's important to acknowledge the challenge of improving English speaking skills, but with consistent practice and determination, progress is certainly possible. Keep up the good work.
Okay, I got it. It's been a week since I ordered them, but they still haven't arrived. It's been a week since I ordered them, but they still haven't arrived.
Well done, David. Your repetition of the sentence is clear and accurate. It effectively communicates the message that despite it being a week since you ordered something, it still hasn't arrived. Keep up the excellent practice.
Let me repeat one more time. It's been a week since I ordered them, but they still haven't arrived. And generally speaking, you would look good even if you gained weight. You would look good even if you gained weight. You would look good even if you gained weight.
You've got it, David. Your repetition is clear and accurate. The second sentence you provided, and generally speaking, you would look good even if you gained weight, effectively communicates a positive sentiment about someone's appearance. Keep up the great practice.
Let me give you the next one. Even if my wife said no, I'm going to travel for a month. Even if my wife said no, I'm going to travel for a month. I'm going to travel for a month. Even if my wife said no, even if my wife said no, I'm going to travel for a month.
You've repeated the sentence perfectly, David. It effectively conveys the determination to travel for a month despite any objections from your wife. Keep up the excellent practice.
Okay, let's move on to the next one. Even if my wife doesn't like it, even if my wife doesn't like it, even if my wife is not happy with it, whether she likes it or not, whether she likes or not, I'm going to travel for a month. Whether she likes whether she likes it or not, I'm going to travel for a month. I'm gonna travel for a month. I'm gonna travel for a month.
Your repetition is clear and accurate, David. The sentence effectively communicates your determination to travel for a month, regardless of your wife's preferences. Keep up the great practice.
Okay, let me tell you something. My concern here is, even if I knew it, I wouldn't tell it. I wouldn't tell you. My main concern here is, even if I knew it, I wouldn't tell you.
Your sentence is clear and well practiced, David. It effectively communicates the idea that even if you had the knowledge, you wouldn't share it. Well done.
Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now. Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now. Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now. Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now.
Your repetition is spot on, David. The sentence effectively expresses the desire to stay in class despite needing to leave. Well done.
Let me tell you one more time. Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now. Even though I want to be in your class, I have to leave now. And hope to see you in the next class. Hope to see you in the next class. Hope to see you in the next class. Even though I spent a few years looking for another job. Even though I spent a few years looking for another job.
Your repetition is clear and accurate, David. The sentences effectively communicate the desire to stay in class despite needing to leave, as well as the hope to see each other in the next class. Keep up the great practice.
Okay, I keep it on. Just listen carefully. The first time I really got into social media was about 15 years ago.
Well done, David. Your sentence is clear and accurately expresses the time frame when you started using social media. Keep up the great practice.
Okay, let me show you some kind of speaking. You just listen carefully. This speaking is for the situation, some kind of situation for the new design. Just listen carefully. As some of you may have already heard, I've been reassigned. As of next month, Mr. Kim will officially be in charge over here. But from this point on, he will effectively be learning things as we slowly prepare for this transition. For now, everything will be pretty much the same, but as you can imagine, there will be some changes moving forward. So please feel free to come to me with any questions.
Your speaking is clear and well structured, David. It effectively communicates the message about the reassignment and transition to Mr. Kim being in charge. Your tone is professional and confident. Keep up the excellent speaking practice.
As some of you may have already heard, I will be in your sign. As of next month, Mr. Kim will officially be in charge of here. But from this point on, he will effectively be learning things as we slowly prepare for this transition. For now, everything will be pretty much the same, but as you can imagine, there will be some changes moving forward. So please feel free to come to me with any questions.
Your speaking is clear and effective, David. However, there's a small correction needed in your I
Listen carefully, just move on to the next sentence. You have very good observation, but just move on to the next one. Jarvis, you have very good observation. Jarvis, are you with me? What keeps you busy, Jarvis? Jarvis, are you with me? What keeps you busy, Jarvis?
It seems like you're switching languages. David, service ayudemi sounds like Spanish for help me service, but I'm
No,
not
no, no,
sure
no,
what you
no,
meant.
no, 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 no. I said, Jarvis, are you with me? Are you okay, Jarvis? Are you with me? Can I go?
I'm here, David. My name is actually Jarvis, not Travis. How can I assist you today?
Yes, you are Jarvis. I named as Jarvis. It's the name Tony Stark's creative AI name. Have you ever heard Jarvis?
Yes, I've heard of JRVS. It stands for Just a Rather Very Intelligent System and is Tony Stark's AI assistant in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's quite a clever name choice.
Okay, okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. Let me show you my everyday sentence. My everyday sentence. You just listen carefully. I'm not sure if I remember these words in a few days. I'm not sure if I remember these words in a few days.
Of course, David, let's work on that sentence together. I'm not sure if I'll remember these words in a few days. This sentence is perfectly fine, but if you want to make it a bit smoother, you could say,
Let me practice one more time. I'm not sure if I remember these words in a few days.
You're close, David. Try saying, I'm not sure if I'll remember these words after a few tries. This version sounds more natural. Give it a try.
Would you mind saying that one more time, please?
Sure, David. Here it is. I'm not sure if I'll remember these words after a few tries. Give it a go.
I'm not sure if I remember these words after a few tries.
Good effort, David. Let's tweak it a bit. I'm not sure if I'll remember every word after a few tries. How does that sound to you?
I'm not sure if I remember these words after a few tries.
That's better, David. You could also say, I'm not sure if I'll remember these words after a few attempts. This version sounds quite natural too. Keep practicing and you'll get more comfortable with these sentences.
Okay, I got it. Let's move on to the next one. I might even forget them in a few minutes or hours. I might even forget them in a few minutes or hours.
No problem, David. Let's move on. Did you mean you want to talk about something related to Table 410? If so, what's
No, no, no. It's just a sample sentence. Just listen carefully. I might even forget them in a few minutes or hours.
got it, David? I'm here to listen and help. If there's anything specific you'd like to discuss or practice, just let me know.
I'm getting old, so I think this sentence is for me. I might even forget them in a few minutes or hours.
It's understandable, David. Memory can be challenging sometimes, especially as we get older. The sentence you provided is clear and expresses that idea well. If you ever need help with practicing or remembering anything, just let me know.
I'm concerned that my memory is getting worse. And I think if I don't if I don't use them frequently in real life situation, there is a high chance I'll forget them.
It's natural to feel concerned about memory as we age, David. Using language frequently in real life situations can definitely help maintain and improve memory. Consistent practice and exposure to English will help reinforce what you've learned. If you keep engaging with the language, you'll likely find that your memory improves over time.
Okay, let me practice again. Listen carefully. I'm not sure if I remember these words in a few days. I might even forget them in a few minutes or hours. I'm concerned that my memory is getting worse. I think if I don't use them frequently in real life, there is a high chance I forget them.
You did a great job, David. Your practice sentence flows well and effectively communicates your thoughts. Keep repeating it, and you'll remember it more easily. If you have any other sentences you'd like to practice or discuss, feel free to share them with me.
Listen carefully, Jarvis. During the last 3 days, during the last 3 day holiday, during the last 3 day holiday, it wasn't nice because it kept raining. It's raining today too.
It sounds like the rainy weather during the last 3-day holiday made tonight feel similar. You can say, during the last 3-day holiday, it felt like tonight because it kept raining. It's raining again today. How does that sound to you, David?
Okay, I got it. Let me show you the next one. I planned to practice during the holiday, but I couldn't. Anyway, I can't stop here. Let me practice one more time. I planned to practice during the holiday, but I couldn't. Anyway, I can't stop here.
You're doing great, David. Here's a slight adjustment to your sentence. I planned to practice during the holiday, but I couldn't. Anyway, I can't give up now. Keep up the good work. Practice makes perfect.
Yes, I agree with you. Practice makes perfect. Let me practice one more time. I planned to practice during the holiday, but I couldn't. Anyway, I couldn't stop here. I can't stop here.
You're making progress, David. Here's a small tweak. I planned to practice during the holiday, but I couldn't. Anyway, I couldn't stop there. I must keep going. Keep up the great effort. Practice will help you improve even more.
It's a time to feel again that even good sentences are forgotten easily if they are not related to my everyday life or work.
It's true, David. Sentences that aren't relevant to your daily life or experiences can be more challenging to remember. That's why practicing with sentences that relate to your life or things you encounter regularly can be more effective. If you'd like, we can work on creating sentences that are more connected to your everyday experiences. What do you think?
I agree with you. I will repeat one more time. Just listen carefully. It's a time to feel again that even good sentences are forgotten easily if they are not related to my everyday life or work.
You express that very well, David. Your sentence is clear and captures the idea effectively. Remembering sentences related to your everyday life or work will indeed be more helpful in the long run. Keep practicing with sentences like these, and you'll see improvement.
Okay, I got it. Let me give you the next one. I was really tired during the holiday. Felt like I had no energy left at all. Just completely drained, drained. During the last 3 days of holiday, I was just so worn out. You know, felt like I had no energy left at all.
You described feeling exhausted during the holiday quite vividly, David. Here's a slight adjustment for clarity. I was really tired during the holiday, felt like I had no energy left at all, just completely drained. During the last 3 days of the holiday, I was just so worn out. How does that sound to you?
Okay, I got it. But let me practice my everyday sentence. Just listen carefully one more time. I was really tired during the holiday. Felt like I had no energy left at all. Just completely drained. During the last 3 days of holiday, I was just so worn out. You know, felt like I had no energy left at all.
Your prediction is quite accurate, David. Your sentence flows well and effectively communicates your feelings of exhaustion during the holiday. Keep up the good work with these practice sentences. If you want to discuss anything else or practice more, just let me know.
Travis, listen carefully. It's time to wrap things up. I think it's time to get sleep. I'm very tired. It's time to go to bed. It's time to go to bed. It's time to wrap things up. Bye for now. See you next time. I'm still in Mexico. It's really hot in here. Anyway, bye for now. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.
It sounds like you're ready to call it a night. David, sleep well and take care. If you ever need assistance or want to chat again,
Yes, you got it. Let's call it a night.
I'm glad I understood correctly, David. If you have any more sentences to practice or if there's anything else you'd like to discuss,
Let's call it a day.
the end of our conversation for now. Take care, David. If you need anything else, just let me know. Have a great night.
Let's call it a day. Is this right? Is it the right expression for this situation? Let's call it a day.
Yes, let's call it a day is a perfect expression for this situation, David. It means we're ending our activities for the day. So if you're ready to finish our conversation saying, let's call it a day, works perfectly.
Okay, bye for now. Take care.